Welcome to Drumchapel St Andrew's virtual church. I hope you're doing okay and I hope you've had a good week. It's good to feel that things are beginning to improve and that we're starting to move towards some steps forward. And so it's encouraging to see that we're beginning to look forward now. Thank you for being here and thanks for checking in and being part of our online church family. Our theme for today is True to Yourself. During service, I'd invite you to pause me when it comes to any of our songs, and the links for the songs are, if you're watching on Facebook, they're on the post below this one. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, if you go past all the videos that are below this one, there's a comment section underneath that, and all the songs and also our video for today are linked in that. So if you pause me at that point, click the link and that will take you to be able to share the songs and the video. Our first song today is All Heaven Declares. This would normally be our sharing time, so thoughts with you for whatever's going on in your life just now. This is going to be school holiday week at the end of this coming week, so all the best to you for holidays. And the other thing, of course, today is that today is Father's Day, so a really happy Father's Day to all the dads. Good wishes for you and hope that you will all have an absolutely fabulous day. If it's your birthday around now, then a really happy birthday to you. Hope that you either have had or will have a really good day. Really long time ago, there was a short TV series called Noah and Saskia. Noah and Saskia were two teenagers who had never met but were talking to each other online. And I was thinking about that because over the past 3 months or so, that seems to be what we've been doing a lot of. The only way we've been able to be in contact with people is online. And when Noah and Saskia are online, they each have different personas. Noah was Max Hammer and Saskia was Indy. And they each had avatars, which meant that they didn't even know what each other looked like. One of the things about doing that was that they could be whoever they wanted to be. And as they talked, they became more and more like the people they wanted to be. It is wonderful to just use your imagination, to dream of who you want to be, and to recognise that you can make dreams come true, to step into make-believe, because in make-believe it helps you discover who you can become. But the secret of making that work for you is always being true to yourself. Sometimes you feel you got to change to make someone else like you, or you got to be different because someone else is not okay with you just as you are. Hey, if someone doesn't like you for who you are, then that's their problem. It's not yours. Be yourself. You'll not ever be perfect. You'll sometimes get things spectacularly wrong. And sometimes you'll get things spectacularly right. Be kind. That takes you a long way. You are the hero of your own story. And as you live your story, you'll discover that faith gives you the power not to be different, but to be more who you're meant to be. Be brave and be true to yourself. Let's do a prayer. God, sometimes I feel that I've got to be different to make someone else like me. Help me to know that what I need to be in life is true to myself. And so as I dream of who I might be, I want to know that I can make those dreams true. Because although I might not be a hero like in the stories that I watch on TV or read in books, I'm just as much a hero in my own story. I have adventures and challenges, and every day I discover more and more how to be who I'm meant to be. Amen. And our song is Rise. I invite you to make yourself part of our prayer. God, I take this moment to look deep inside, to understand better who I am and what it means to be true to myself. I allow myself to dream, because often my dreams are the start of becoming who I'm meant to be. I accept all that makes me human. I will give myself the same leeway I would give to others. I will accept that mistakes are okay. It's what I do next that matters. I will make space to celebrate my achievements and my successes, no matter how small, because it is in all these that I grow. These past weeks have made me look at really significant life issues. How I deal with personal adversity and challenges. How I live intensely with others. And how I live distanced from others. How I treat others who are different from me. How I see history, and how I understand the world. I will try first to understand, rather than first to judge, and then to justify my judgment. In this moment, I invite the insights of these past weeks to enrich my attitudes and my perspectives. I recognize the power faith gives me as I write my own story and discover what it means for me to be a hero. In this moment, I find peace. I allow myself to be still. Thoughts will come into that peace, but I will let them rest there, not moving to look for solutions or fixes. A thought for those in my heart today. A thought for myself, for a recognition that I've done okay. A moment to value myself for who I am, to appreciate who I am, to learn to live in the moment, to recognize myself as the hero of my own story, whatever that means for me today. Amen. Our Bible reading is from the book of Matthew at chapter 10 from verse 16 through 20. Listen, said Jesus, I'm sending you out just like sheep to a pack of wolves. You must be as cautious as snakes and as gentle as doves. Watch out, for there will be those who will arrest you and take you to court, and they will whip you in the synagogues. For my sake you'll be brought to trial before the rulers and kings to tell the good news to them and to everyone. When they bring you to trial, don't worry about what you're going to say or how you'll say it. When the time comes, you'll be given what you have to say. For the words you'll speak will not be yours. They'll come from the Spirit speaking through you. And a reading from Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. And our song is Thou Art Before Me, Lord. And the tune of this one is Highland Cathedral. Today's story is a recognition that sometimes life can be a tough shift. Going out as sheep into a pack of wolves probably isn't a picture I really want to dwell on for long. But sometimes life is tough. So how do you get through it? I think at the heart of today's story is being true to yourself. The world will not always be kind to you, but you can always be kind to the world. I have learnt that life is not about creating yourself. It's about understanding yourself. The secret isn't changing your default. Your default will always be your default. It's recognizing your default and changing what you do next. A while ago, I was part of a group doing a shamanic journey It was just awesome. You had to let yourself go and just follow the journey. Follow the path that was ahead of you, letting go of any ideas and preconceived notions that you had. At one point, you had to look for your animal guide. I already knew what mine was going to be. It was going to be a tiger or a lion, a big cat. That's what I wanted it to be. And on my path, different animals passed by, including big cats. I met my animal guide. It was a horse. I had to let go of my preconceived ideas and allow the guide to reveal themselves. I had to follow my path and discover what it was going to bring me. I think often life journey is like that. You can't second guess it. You can't control it. You have to let your journey show you the way. That's where you find faith. See, when you're at the airport and you go on the moving walkway and suddenly you hear that haunting voice, caution, the moving walkway is ending. Does anyone else feel just a bit anxious? What is at the end of the moving walkway? What is going to happen next? Of course, it's all okay. Today's story is about not doing what you have always done. It's about putting yourself out there, knowing that you will find a way through whatever it is that lies ahead of you, and that you are bigger than anything that will ever happen to you. Roberto De Vincenzo was a professional golfer. He once won a tournament, and after receiving a cheque and doing his photo shoot, he walked out to his car. He was approached in the car park by a young woman. She congratulated him on his victory and then told him that her child was seriously ill. De Vincenzo was touched by her story, took out a pen and immediately signed over his winning cheque for payment to the woman. The next week he was having lunch in a country club when a PGA official came up to the table. Some of the guys in the car park last week told me that you met a young woman after you won the tournament. De Vincenzo nodded. Well, said the official, I've got news for you. She's a con woman. She has no sick baby. She's fleeced you, my friend. You mean there is no baby that's dying? Said De Vincenzo. That's right. That's the best news I have heard all week, said De Vincenzo. When you live true to yourself, you bring light to every scenario and every encounter, because it's not about them, it's about you. I read my horoscope this morning. It said This isn't a good time to discuss controversial subjects like religion. Made me wonder whether I should actually do this or not. Sometimes you just have to go where you need to be. Sometimes you find yourself in a hard place, but then you change it. Karma is the energy that you put out into the world. A recent study indicates that helping others can reduce pain. In the study, blood donors reported less pain than those undergoing blood tests. If you are in a good place in yourself, if you are true to yourself, it will colour everything around you. But what you also gotta know is, whatever you face, you are not alone. I'm going to ask you to pause me and to watch a video now. And it's a video of how starlings protect themselves against a peregrine falcon. Be true to yourself. Look out for those around you. Change your world. Change the world. Susan Jeffers said, "What's really big is our capacity to take in all that life hands us and use it to access the huge amount of power and love we hold inside." Let's do a prayer. God, it's not always easy to be true to myself. I am influenced, intimidated, pressured, persuaded to conform. I am anxious about what people think of me. I'm scared of messing up. Today I find in you, I find in myself, and I find in those around me the words I need to say to myself. I am brave. I am bruised. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Amen. And please, if you'd like to share just a few moments of reflection, our song for Moment for Reflection is Dance by Yeruma. And our song is Christ Be Our Light. Thanks so much for checking in for today's service. I hope that you will have a good week ahead and take care. Our closing song is Only Time. And after that, again, I've linked our closing blessing. May God's blessing surround you today. Take care.